Hi Libra, welcome to your February 2017 love reading. I'm so happy you joined me again, and I welcome all the new watchers. Thank you so much. I know my videos aren't short, so it does take some time investment. But, you know, that choice is yours, I suppose. Okay, so we know that we're in the universal year one. We talked about that last month. And, for many, the energy of, or the promise of a universal year one, which is new beginnings, new opportunities, many people meeting a soulmate, falling in love, getting married within a universal year one. So, lots of opportunity coming our way. And we have to be ready for this opportunity. Again, I feel like like our new year is really just started in the month of February. And, I just feel like the universal year 9 of 2016 kind of hung in there for a while. But it's floating away. So, okay, let's get into your reading. By the way, anybody wants a personal reading, all my information is below. I tried to really break it down for you. I know it's quite a wait for a regular personal reading, but understand it's because I keep my prices at $45, and personal reading is at least an hour long. So I've decided to keep those prices very low. But I do get a lot of reading requests because of that. And that's what I want. I want people who can't, those who feel like they need clarification but can't afford a lot of money. That's exactly why I keep my prices low. But because of that, I do get a lot of requests. So I do try to work around the clock. So if you have requested a reading, or if you're going to, just understand why the time, why there's a wait. Now, I do offer emergency readings also, but I can only accept so many at a time. Okay. So, but all that information's below. And I do want to thank everyone who has sent me a donation. From the bottom of my heart, it melts my heart. I appreciate it so much, and I promise that through your donation, I will continue to pass on the love. Okay? All right, guys, I'm going to try not to talk too much in this video, and just get down to the core messages. But we are going to start off with an oracle card, because I've been doing it in the other readings, and I don't know, I just feel like there's people who need to hear certain messages this month. So this is my Mother Mary deck. They're oracle cards. Again, it doesn't matter what religion you are. It's more about the universal message that comes out of here. Okay. And again, I feel that whatever card comes, it's meant for many. Okay. Beautiful Libra. Beautiful air sign. So giving. That's what I love about Libra. So giving. They're just lovely, lovely, lovely people. Some of the dearest people in my life are Libras. We have the card Inner Child. The bottom it says, I nurture the child within me through playfulness and self-care. Wow. And it's funny because I feel that this is the exact energy we need to take on for 2017. So I'm going to read from the book real quick. And I'll hold the card up just so you can see the image on it. Okay. Mother Mary watches over all children, including the child who always resides within each adult. This card comes to you as a reminder to care for your inner child who is crying out for attention. If you're only working and not having fun, this part of you begins to feel neglected and sad. This is a message for you to create time for amusement and play. Your inner child also craves attention. If you've been overly critical of yourself lately, he or she may feel shame or depression. Forgive yourself as Mother Mary forgives you for what you think you've done or not done. Learn from any mistakes instead of holding on to self-destructive guilt. Right this moment, please reassure your inner child that you love him or her. Well, I love you, inner child. You know, I love how this last line, learn from any mistakes instead of holding on to self-destructive guilt. That is, that's probably one of the biggest blocks that I see in when I do readings. Okay, so we're going to just let that be. I have a feeling it's going to be tied in somehow to our reading, but let's see. Okay, excuse me. I've been talking an awful lot. Okay, so let's do some a little bit more shuffling here. Invite all my spirit guides in to Libra's reading for love for February 2017, please, Spirit. Also, invite my beautiful sister, Clarity, as always. Thank you. And I invite Libra spirit guides to please step in for this reading, as long as it's an unconditional love. For any messages, I'm happy to give. And again, Spirit, this is for Libra, February 2017. I ask for very clear messages, please. Very clear guidance, please. Thank you. Okay, Libra, let's get started. Love yourself first. This card, Love Yourself First, its main message, excuse me, its main message is about how when you work on yourself and you build yourself back up, because I feel like this is talking about talking to the people who feel like they've been beaten down and beaten down from the past, from people in your past. You know, right away, I feel like this card comes into play, this inner child, because it is about, you know, the more that you can truly love yourself first, and it's about respect. You know, it's about respecting yourself first, respecting your boundaries, respecting, you know, what your body's asking for. I shouldn't say craving. I don't mean it in that way, but I mean, well, could be craving love, could be craving love for your inner child. Well, beautiful. We have the card worth waiting for. So, you know, perhaps Spirit wants you to start building up that self-respect and that self-confidence because something's coming in. Not something, someone. Card worth waiting for. It's a very spiritual card. It lets you know that the divine is working in your love life right now. That things are being timed out in universal order, in the way it should be. Okay? This is about you. Well, this is about not controlling anything, not longing for anything. This is about just knowing. You know, it's about now that you do know, let's say, just allow it to happen. Just allow it to be. It's divine. And it's for you. Trust. So right in the middle, we have the worth waiting for, surrounded by two cards that are asking you, to work on the things or build up the parts of you that have been beaten down, so to speak. And also, just like this card tells you, the divine timing is at work in your love life. It's asking you to trust that, to trust it, and just let it go, let it flow naturally. All right, I'm going to do a little shuffling now. All right, so Spirit, I want to know about this person who's being guided into Libra's love life. Tell us more about this person or people. Tell us more about these people. Any other clarity for these top cards? Well, we have a soulmate. We have a soulmate. A warning card. Just see if anything else wants to come out. Oh. I'm not taking it just because it was face down. And I only take them off the floor when they're face up. Alright, see if anything else wants to come out. Jeez. What is going on here? You keep this card for yourself. Alright, let's just stop where we're at. I think that's why the cards are getting a little crazy. We're jumping ahead. Okay, so we had the card Central. Divine timing is at work in your love life. That your spiritual team is bringing someone for you, someone who is really meant for you. Not that the people before weren't, not that they didn't have their purpose. They did, each and every one of them. The good, the bad, the ugly, they all had their purpose. But this is about a whole different type of purpose. I feel like when the divine is really working in our love life or any part of our life, and if we truly trust in it, what they bring us is always better than what we could imagine on our own. We only know from a human standpoint of view, love. Well, this is, this is being delivered. It's like in a nice little package delivered to your door. But remember, it's coming from the divine. You have the card Keep an Open Mind. And this is about your soulmate. And about when your soulmate arrives, that there is something different about them. Many times I feel this is a card that speaks more about our spiritual level, how we're evolving as spirits, as souls. And I feel, when it's connected to the divine, that a lot of times I feel that this person comes in and it's the type of person who comes in and you just click. You just click. Perhaps you don't even know why, but you just click. For some of you, I do feel like you're in a situation right now. I don't feel like this is marriage. Though, I don't know how to explain it. It feels like it's a committed relationship, though the commitment's not there. It's supposed to be. Or it was, it was supposed to be a committed relationship. But the commitment that you expected is not there. Again, I don't feel like this is talking to those who are married in an actual marriage. I feel this is more I almost feel like it was the promise of marriage, or it was the promise of better days. It was the promises that were given to you, and they did not pan out. They did not show up as this person promised. Yet, this is a card I feel two things with this card. I feel number one, that you were sent caution. That the caution was highlighted to you, but you chose to ignore it. Okay? You, leaving a relationship, it's not that easy. So for some, I feel like it's more the comfort of two people who know each other. And wow, I feel like for some reason, I feel like right this second, there's someone where promise of marriage was absolutely made. Okay, let me go back a second. The promise of marriage is already on the table. And whoever it is I'm picking up right now, it's like you have to make a decision. I feel like you already said yes, but in your heart of hearts, you weren't, you said yes because, well, that's what people do. That's how you felt like, I'll say yes. It still gives me time. Just because I'm saying yes doesn't absolutely mean that I'm going to go through with it. And you're telling yourself that because there have been warning flags. There have been signs, and you felt these signs. And it's putting hesitation in your heart about going forward. And I feel this card is definitely talking to you. That if you are not 100% sure, don't go through with it. Just don't go through with the marriage. Or, well, Spirit just said, extend the engagement. If you feel that you need time, extend the engagement. But I feel what Spirit's saying here that is, even through this extra time, it will give you more clarity on this, on eventually, and I feel that you eventually just free yourself from it. Because I feel like this person, it may be more than one person, you feel it inside. Okay, well, I feel like I'm picking up on more people in the same situation now. I feel there's someone who is pregnant. And this is the reason why, and I don't know why I keep pointing up. This is the reason why you're thinking, well, this is the reason why you're saying yes. But in your heart, this is not the person you want to spend your life with. What do you do? What do you do? Well, I can't make that decision for you, nor can Spirit, because this is a free will choice. You have to understand that. Spirit can guide us, but they can't make decisions for us. So it's a free will choice. But I feel at the same time that the people I'm talking to, even though it's a free will choice, you already know the answer. There's just fear. There's fear on both ends. But I feel like your answer is within your intuition. And I want to tell you to trust that. Well, really, trust your intuition. Because it will guide you. Okay? Okay, so you know who you are. And again, free will decision there. Here's the card, you deserve love. And I get this card all the time. And it makes sense that I would get the card, you deserve love. with the card Love Yourself First. Because this card goes much deeper than just the words, you deserve love. When this comes up, it means that there are people who are feeling, even though they want love. And it may be in your subconscious. It may be deep in your subconscious where you don't feel. Well, it's not, I don't feel like it's not that you don't think you deserve love, but you don't believe that a true love will come to you. Don't think like that, okay? Because that energy you're putting out there is a block. So anyone sent your way won't be up to par. Let's say won't be up to the spiritual par that your spiritual team wants you to be with. You are lovable. What I love about this card too is she's shooting her arrow into the future. She wants to know. She wants to know the unknown. So let's see. Let's see what you're shooting your arrow at. What is it you're hoping to catch? Who is it you're hoping to catch? I'm feeling a big push or a big single moms. That's what I'm hearing. Single moms, hang on. This is going to be quite the ride. Single moms. And I'm sorry, I didn't hear single dads. Doesn't mean you guys don't have beautiful things coming too. But right now, Spirit, and I don't even know if Spirit's even talking about it, but I just heard that. Okay. All right, so tell us more, Spirit. Well, you're shooting your arrow towards finances. So perhaps some of you are, maybe you're struggling a little bit right now in your finances. And for some of you, I feel like this is, this card's speaking about that you're working too much, that you're so focused on your career that it's like you're not making time. You're not making room in your life for love. Now, it's not ever a bad thing to focus on your career. Focus on your own growth. Because I do feel like for some of you, it is talking about you focusing on it. Spirit wants you to focus on your foundation. Whether that is through career, finances, your home. It's about building up your own foundation, working on your own foundation. Because I'm a big believer in when we're working on our own foundation, this is when love comes in. Because spiritual love is not something you have to go out and find. It's guided to you. So what I mean by that is you can't be, Spirit just makes sure you're in the right place at the right time. So it's like, here's the message, but now let it go. Trust that this is coming for you. And while you're waiting patiently, keep your focus on building up your foundation. On, again, foundation just doesn't have to mean money and career. It can also mean the internal you, the inner child, that kind of thing. Focus on that and let the universe take care of the rest. Oh, I forgot I have cards down here. Very soon, let go of control issues. Exactly what I was just talking about. Just allowing things to flow naturally, which is very important because the card just kind of backed up what I was saying. We do have the card very soon, though. And I don't know if you guys know, but when I shuffle my cards, I always ask for 3 months out for every reading I do. I don't go further than that. I mean, the energies can last a lifetime, but I want to know what's coming and going within the next 3 months. So when I get the card very soon on top of that, I believe it's sooner than 3 months. Like 3 months would be the longest you'd have to wait. And for some of you, you need that time. For some of you, I feel like you really need that time just to be you, to be with you. I don't know. I felt like I wanted to come out. Beautiful. Got new love. Your cards are shuffling very strange to me today, Libra. I think there's a lot of scattered energy out there. That was turned down. On the deck, engagement. Card engagement to me is a card that lets you know that your love life is the love that's coming your way is a love that, it starts from an inner knowing almost, and then just grows and grows. Okay, well, we have, what I'm being told is for some, this is an actual engagement. For some, it is an actual engagement. Well, I mean, my gosh, I guess February 14th is, that could definitely be one of the reasons, but I feel like, well, we're going to do a clarifier on that. Because I feel like this is not talking about Valentine's Day to me. This is talking about, it's almost like there is no Valentine's Day. It's like, I think Spirit doesn't want me to have you be confused, because, when I think of, maybe it's my own fault, when I think of Valentine's Day, I feel it's a man-made holiday. And although it's, the sentiment behind it is beautiful, I feel that sometimes it causes more anxiety than joy. Because, people who don't have someone, not always, but some people, they take that feeling on literally. Like, oh my God, it's Valentine's Day and I don't have a partner. How horrible is my life? Well, it's just a man-made holiday, so don't feel like that. And I feel, that's where this confusion for me is coming in, because I feel like this is a beautiful engagement. Yet I'm not feeling it has anything to do with Valentine's Day. But it is, someone asking. Okay, so I'm going to leave this out. We'll do clarifier on that. Underneath that, I have the card release your ex. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I just feel like you know who you are. You know who you are. This is the energy of already knowing. Well, this is the, to me, this is the energy of somebody putting you in despair, of you not being able to shut your mind off, your thoughts off. And, I have a lot of people ask me, how do I stop thinking about someone? Well, sometimes you have to pray for help. A lot of times, I feel the ticket is to refocus yourself on something else. That is the time. If you have passions or hobbies that you have not done for a while, bring them out. It's refocusing your thoughts, okay? I feel like there's a few people that in their head, or maybe even out loud, you feel this is impossible. But I can tell you why you're feeling that way. Because you're only thinking about the good times. You're not thinking about the issues. And many of these issues, the two of you could not compromise on. You can't compromise because it's a free will relationship. And within this relationship, I say free will. Yes, it was a free will decision. But there's things in this relationship, there's lessons in this relationship that you need to learn so you can let it go. So it's like, I told another sign this. I feel for a lot of people, it's putting things to, pen and paper, like writing the pro and con, the pro con of this person. Put it in black and white so you can really see what it is you're hanging on to. And when you hang on to this, understand that you close the space in your heart. Where you don't allow, because this closes a space in your heart that then doesn't allow new love to reach it. So, I'm not going to go into that because I think you guys understand, and that's why my videos go so long, because I probably talk too much about a card. Okay, I apologize. Ugh. All right, so now I want to do a line of tarot. And I'm just going to shuffle a couple times. Spirit, I invite you into this deck of cards. I'm looking for clarification on the cards already shown. Anything we need to know. Very clear messages, please. Thank you. Knight of Raphael. Knight of Raphael right underneath the card that's asking you to have an open mind about the soulmate that's coming in. Okay, it's not an open mind. Spirit wanted me to clarify that because for some, that's too broad. This is about your soulmate, this person, people being guided in right now. For some, the difference is night and day. Knight of Raphael. It's a very beautiful energy. It's a very committed energy. Can I just say, I feel like this person, this Knight of Raphael, for some of you, I do feel this is the person coming in, and I want to say, as hard as you think your life has been, and it has, okay, not, okay, I'm supposed to reword that. So, as many challenges as you've had, and you've had quite a few challenges, this person coming in has also had a lot of challenges. Some major challenges, though. And I feel like this person, they have definitely worked through them. Yeah, that's exactly why you're coming together. It's the soul lessons that they teach you, and the soul lessons that you teach them, and the growth that the two of you have together is quite beautiful. So Raphael is it's water, so it'd be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And again, this person, male or female, and for some of you, this person will be younger than you. They're going to be very romantic. This is the type of person who can speak easily about their emotions. This is not someone who holds back. If anything, I'm feeling it's the opposite. Like this person can be over dramatic, but in the sexiest of ways, I want to say. King of Gabriel. So for some of you, you have a king or the queen coming in. This would be fire, guys. So we have water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Now we have the king, Aries, Leo, or Sag. Again, male, female, doesn't really matter here. For some of you, this king slash queen of fire, let's say, is the person you need to let go of for some of you. Now, when I say that, these people that I've talked about, or you guys that are talking about earlier, you already know this. This is not like, I'm not handing you a surprise. You already know this. You already feel it. Spirit told me you already have these answers in your intuition. So for some, this is about letting go of this person. Perspective. Major Arcana. This is like the Hangman. Well, it is the Hangman. In this deck, it's just under perspective. And, what I love about this card is it talks about being different. Dare to be different. Okay, for some, I just heard victim. Be careful that you're not playing the victim. Be careful, no, not that you're playing the victim, that you're taking on the victim characteristics. You know, when someone new comes into your life, you have the tendency to talk about the hard things in your life, and there's nothing wrong with that. But be careful that your energy doesn't come off as you being the victim all the time. And I do feel this is an energy of, again, I feel like whoever this is for, you know it. You know, as soon as I said playing the victim, you know it. You know in your hearts of hearts that it's you. It's just another way of dealing with hard things. So if you're playing the victim or your energy is portraying that as the victim, then that means there has not been forgiveness and letting go, because we can't forgive yet still be a victim. We have to make that decision. You know, that's exactly what it is. It's looking at things from another perspective. It's looking back at, for those who have to free themselves, it's looking at that relationship with a different perspective now. Not as the hurt, well, not as the victim. And it doesn't mean you weren't victimized, but you're hanging on to it, okay? I'm going to do 3 more cards. So, again, for some we have a water. For others we have fire. And for a selected few, this fire is the person you should be letting go of. Well, we just added a new player. A new player has entered the room. So we have the card, the Lovers. And this can definitely, well, it represents Gemini. So it can definitely be a Gemini. Okay. So let's jump in here now. Okay. So we had the card very soon. Clearly deciding what you want so that it comes to you now. Okay. Being very clear on that. But this is also Spirit's message to us, letting us know that it's coming soon. And again, when this person comes, there's going to be a need to walk through your fear, to walk through that wall, or better yet, put the wall down, you know, so there's no having to leap over this wall, this fence. You know, what I'm hearing is if you trust the universe, if you trust in your spiritual team, there's only a little fear. This is the Fool card. 0, the unknown. What lies ahead is unknown. It's the way it's supposed to be. That's where we get adventure, excitement, because we don't know what's coming. Well, they're asking you to take a leap of faith towards this lover. I love this card because I feel this card holds a lot of power to it. It talks about 2 souls coming together and the power they hold. Truly the power you hold. But it's it's this positivity that radiates from the 2 of you. You know, I feel like this is even tying back to the engagement card, because this is, you know, it's a deep emotional commitment. A deep emotional commitment, which is engagement. Then next to that, guys, you have the 2 Raphael. I love this card. I love this card because I feel like, these are kindred souls coming together with purpose. Not just unconditional love. Well, yes, it's all about the unconditional love. But it's how the 2 of you, through your unconditional love, help the world. It is through your joyfulness that you help others. And that's exactly why our spiritual teams want us joyful. We can do so much more for the world when we're in a joyful state than we can if we're angry. It's just like what's going on in the United States. There's a lot of anger. And I get it, and I had it myself for a little bit. But it's not about the anger. It's about standing up for what we believe in, standing up in our own power. And I feel that together, the 2 of you help many. It's like their hands are just about to touch. That's how close some of these people are. They're that close. It's like you're just getting ready to hold hands. And when your hands touch, it's like you'll never let go. You'll never want to let go. Underneath the Full card, the Leap of Faith card, it's asking you again, allow it to unfold naturally. Walk through your fear. On the other side of this fear sits beauty, sits unconditional love. So walk through that fear and then just allow things to unfold the way they're supposed to. It's like a beautiful love story. It's like a beautiful movie I'm watching. It says lovers is attached to this new love. And even this 2 of Raphael is attached to the card. It is safe for you to love. It is safe for you to open your heart completely. 100%, guys. Not a little bit. Give them everything. This is how you get to experience unconditional love back. You got to be able to give it, to receive it. Okay. Boy, I have to tell you, I'm not getting anything about married Libra. I'm sorry. I know you guys are going to be mad at me. But the messages just aren't here at this point, for Libra. Maybe it's in your moon or your rising. And this is, all my videos are for sun, moon, and rising, by the way. But what I mean is, if your moon's in a different sign, perhaps that's where your message is. It's just not here for couples other than the ones that have to leave someone. Don't have to. I shouldn't say that. It's your choice. But, it is what it is. I have relationships coming. Okay, so I want to do some clarifiers now. Definitely want to do this lovers and new love together. And I want to do this 2 Raphael. Excuse me. I'm going to do these two cards. I'm going to put Leap of Faith on the top. Keep our Knight out. Keep our King out. We're not going to forget, this is all coming soon. So I'll put that in the middle. You guys can see it. Oh, and we got the card Engagement too. Okay, so these are our players so far. We have water, we have fire, Gemini, and that's what we have so far. So these are our major players. Put them right there. Okay, now let's do some clarifiers. So I'm going to do this new love. Worth waiting is for everyone. But I feel like these three are separate messages. So let's do some clarification. I'm going to start with new love, please. New love, Spirit. My nose is like so itchy right now. It's either my spirits or someone's about to get money. I don't know. Okay. I'm going to take those. We have the Six of Raphia. This is ties right back to this first card about your inner child and about truly living from your inner child. For some, this I feel it. For some, I feel like this new love is a new friend. Okay, so how do I say this? You meet, or you have already met, but it's like on a friendship basis. Or group friend. Okay. This is more about how you meet them. I'm sorry. This is it's talking about through a group of people. I feel like it's like a group of friends. Again, there's nothing you need to do. Just trying to see the scenario of how things, are going to unfold somewhat, as much as spirit allows. So for some of you, I do feel this is a group of friends. High Priestess, Major Arcana, with the Empress, Major Arcana. We also have a lot of cards here. Boy, I hate to throw another character into this mix, but I feel for the ones that I was talking to about you meet them through a group of friends. I hate to throw someone else out there, but I kind of feel like it could be a Cancer. Remember, there's a lot of people, a lot of scenarios. This new love is not just for one person, not at all. So there's a lot of different ways it can unfold. Because I'm feeling some, again, it's through a group of friends. And I'm feeling the sign Cancer very strong with that. For some of you, it may be through schooling. It may be through college. Depending on your age, it could be high school. Could be in some way, some form of education. technical school. I mean, it could be an extra class that you pick up. You know, and I have to say, with the Empress here, that makes me feel like this energy is very creative. So perhaps it's something you're doing within your creativity. Perhaps you're learning more about this passion you already have, but it's creative. Perhaps you take a painting class, and lo and behold. Well, let's put it this way. Universal Year One is about new adventure. So I would tell you, if there's, if there's like these classes that you've wanted to take, now all of a sudden I'm feeling oh, like dance classes, like Fred Astaire. I can't think of Fred Astaire, Ginger Rogers. Um, it's a dance studio though, because I see the high heels. It's like salsa, and so some of you, it's through dance class. Let me tell you, I feel, boy, this feels very particular to me. If there's someone out there who has been wanting to learn how to dance, and I have to say, I feel this is someone at least in your 30s, if not older. You've always wanted to learn how to dance. I mean, you know how to cut the rug on the dance floor, but this is like learning dances, the samba, the salsa, I feel you need to take a chance, and you need to go by yourself. You need to take a leap of faith and go to these classes, sign up, because I feel like you've asked people, and everyone's like, pushing you off, pushing you off. I have a strong message here for you to sign up for those classes anyways. Go by yourself. People do it all the time. This is actually something I've thought about doing. Sign up for that class, because I feel for some of you, that's where your soulmate will be. Okay, well, thank you, Spirit. That was very clear. Okay. It's weird. I was holding my deck upside down. I never do that. Okay, we're going to stop there on that. Okay, so again, on the soulmate card, it's funny. Here's the Cancer. I felt that there was a Cancer involved. Here it is. So, for some, it's definitely a Cancer. And I'm saying that because I felt, when I was clarifying here, I felt that there was Cancer energy. And with the Chariot now showing up, it's represented by Cancer. So, I feel like this is a message to me so I can be clear to you, okay? So yeah, for some of you, it is a Cancer. And, you have the card New Beginning here. So for many of you, this just changes your life completely. And of course, how couldn't it? Of course, it's New Beginnings is about starting a new life. This is about, to me, this comes once you have taken the time to really review your past. And as you're reviewed, you had a very forgiving and compassionate understanding. And it's like now you're letting that go, because with this New Beginnings, it's really not possible for this type of new beginning unless we have said goodbye to our past. It doesn't mean all the energy leaves us, but we do the work. We go back, we review, and we forgive. There's no way around it, guys. There's no way around it. It's just like forgive. You're forgiving in your own heart, period. You know, you're not endorsing anything. You're just forgiving it within your own heart so you can open up that heart space for this beautiful love coming in that does give you a brand new beginning. It's a 4 very out. Some of you may be having children with this person. Well, of course. Why wouldn't you be? But with the 4 of Ariel and the 7 of Michael's attached to each other, I feel this is more you, or this is Spirit telling you, you know, just make sure your house, make sure your foundation is in order. You know, really make sure. It's like do spring cleaning. You know, clean out the cobwebs in your head. You know, ask Archangel Michael to come in and cleanse every cell of your body of all negativity. Do it often. I do it all the time. If I'm feeling negative, that's the first thing I do. So that's what this is about, I feel. This is about, you know, taking care of your foundation, making your foundation strong. So that when this is being, because this is like, this is a choice here. You know, this is like 2 paths offered to you. You know, the path that you've always been down, which offers comfort because you've always been down there. But with that comfort is a lot of other shit. And this new illuminated path means that, yes, there was energy work that needed done to be able to start on this new path, but it's so worth it. But the decision is yours. Bottom line, it's yours. Okay. You know, it's funny because I felt more and more of you are asking me to clarify, you know, you wanted to know the signs. And now it's like I'm getting signs left and right, but it's a lot of energy, a lot of people coming in. So I hope you enjoy that part of it. Okay, we're going to do one last one. Actually, I wanted the Lovers. So I feel this is all, these are talking about another group. So let's see. All right, tell us more about, and of course, for some of you, again, it's a Gemini. Could be Sun, Moon, Rising, you know that. Jeez. Well, we have to take those just for the reason, just the mere reason of how they came out. With the 8 of Ariel. Wow, many more cards than I thought. 2 of Michaels, having to make that decision. King of Michaels. Page of Gabriel. Okay, let me see if I can get some order to this before I begin. Number 1, I noticed that there's 2 2s here. Two possible people. Three possible people. Okay, let's talk about the people first. So we have the King Michael, heir, Queen or King, remember. For me, the King or Queen is someone who's your own age. Now, around your age. And you know, someone asked me if someone's, you know, if I say that they're around your age, but they're not, you know, but someone asked me they had someone that they care about who's not their age, but emotionally, you know, and spiritually, they're on the same wavelength. Would that count? I would say absolutely. because it's more about, it is more about the maturity and the experience and the life lessons and that kind of thing. So if someone has had a lot of life lessons early in their early in their life, but they've mastered them and they've grown from them, absolutely they're going to take on the characteristics of the king or the queen. So yeah, that can absolutely happen. Okay. Um, okay. So we have air. Could be dating someone like yourself. I don't know where that just came from. I feel like, it's like this person comes in and they're so much like you. It's like dating you. A lot of times soulmates we look alike, you know? Okay, but so, again, air. It could be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Then we have Gabriel, which is fire. This is a younger energy. Aries, Leo, Sag. And then the moon. The moon is represented by Pisces. So, we're getting when I get something like this, I feel like it is talking about Cancer. It is talking about Pisces. We have so much energy here now. All right, so we got two twos, two very out. This is about balance. This is about, as much effort as you put into your career, make sure you're putting that much effort into your fun life, into your everyday joy, into the unknown of excitement. It's not all about work. Or if you're someone who is doing the opposite and you're just out having too much fun and not enough work, okay, then it's telling you time to get moving on that. It's just about having balance. And it's about having fun no matter what, whether we're working or playing. Two of Michaels. To me, this is kind of like the leap of faith card. This is needing to make a decision. Yet there's two sides of you. There's the light, the shadow, or the shadow and the light, however you want to look at it. There's one side of you that doesn't want to move. Is afraid to move forward. Is afraid to move, period. And then there's that other side of you that's been calling out to you. This is probably your inner child. Like, come on, Libra. Let's go live our lives. Let's go kick up some dirt. Let's have some fun. And there's, this part of you like, I don't know, I have to get up early tomorrow. Or it's talking, of course, about this love coming in and the fear that you feel. I mean, to me, it shows it right here, like just the position of his legs, like he wants to go forward, but he doesn't allow himself. This is the freedom seeking. This is the freedom seeking you. The adventurous you, which we all have. Let it free. This is about now living from your inner child. And stop letting the fear hold you back. Because as much as you think that's all you have inside of you, you're forgetting about this whole other part of you. I feel this is the new you, the new beginning. We have, I thought we had two fours. No, four of Raphael. And that's about being aware of your own emotions. It's about looking for the magic that's in your life, okay? In your present life, in your present moment. Looking for the magic, whatever it may be. This little penny that's sitting down here. I found this on the street after my brother passed away. This dime, I found it after my mother passed away. You know what I mean? And they all mean something to me, though it's just a penny and a dime. These glass beads, my sister gave them to me right before she passed away. They're just glass beads. You may look at them and be like, I wonder why she's got a bowl of glass beads. But to me, I just touch them and they bring me right to that memory. Right to how blessed I really am. Okay. You know, we end up here with the Ten of Ariel, and that's the happily ever after, guys. This is, you know, Ariel is Pentacles, Earth. This talks about our material needs, you know, our foundation. This talks about the feeling, again, of walking through that fear with this, your lover. It's beautiful energy. Walking through it. Understand, the only thing that holds you back is you. Truly. But this is the promise of what's waiting. So this is, you know, it's the happily ever after, but it's the happily ever after that includes your material needs also. I mean, how beautiful is that? It's like everything is being clarified here. I mean, everything is being illuminated for you. Remember, this is all being divinely timed. It is coming soon. Soon enough is what I hear. Soon enough. Soon enough. You know, let's take the King of Gabriel's mantra, which is about keeping our eyes on the big picture and leaving the details to the universe. You know, allow the universe to take care of all the little details that we think we need in a partner, or that we think we need to tell the universe. It's just about keeping your eye on the big picture and allow the universe to do the rest. But again, remember, if you want someone to love you with their whole heart, body, and soul, please, you have to be able to return that. So while you're waiting, go ahead and do some clearing energy. Go ahead and do some forgiveness. And see the leaps and bounds you take then. See how your life changes just from that. Let alone, I mean, let's not even think about love for a second. Just that alone frees you. It frees you. And then when beautiful love comes in, my God, you're able to give them everything. And in return, they give you everything. And it's what dreams are made of. But it's not magic. It's our energy. It's your energy. If you've never loved this way before, hang on to your hat. Hang on to your hat. Okay, guys, you look at my table. What a mess. But this is what a reading's all about. It's not supposed to be neat. Thank you guys so much. I know this felt a little choppy to me, but I feel like because there's so much coming in, so many different people coming in, and perhaps it's just me, but it felt a little choppy. But I wanted to make sure that, you know, I did as I promised and I gave you some signs this month. And my God, they're all over the place, you know. Again, Gemini, Cancer, I'm picking up very strongly. And I am picking up fire and water. I mean, what I explained earlier is what I'm still feeling. So, this is where I would start. I feel like this is the beginning. This is what gets the ball rolling. So I thank you, Libra. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I thank those who actually watch my videos to the end. I should give you like a little surprise. You know, if you can bear with me to the end, there's a reward. I just might do that. I have to think on that. But I just might do that. Okay, guys, I love you. This energy is here for you. So please, And for couples, I'm sorry, it's just not here this time, but it's probably in your moon or your rising, because I've had some signs that I've done that's had some pretty, pretty intense moments for couples. Okay, so check those out. Thank you guys. Love you. I'm going to get this right up. Bye bye.